Hi everyone, I wanted to make a quick video because I usually work with inside candles, right? It's been nicknamed ICB for inside candle breaks. I'm always looking for inside candles, whether that be on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, a 60-minute, right? But there are only three things a candle can do. So this helped me so much to learn about price action. A candle, we call them 1, 2, 3 bars, right? 1, 2s, and 3s. So a candle can be a 1, which means it's an inside bar. What does that mean? It's always based on the previous candle. So this bar, and yes, you count the wicks, right? It did not break the top of the previous candle, and it did not break the bottom of the previous candle. It stayed inside. So that's an inside bar, a candle 1. A candle 2, let's just go over here for an example. A 2 breaks either one side or the other of the previous candle. It either breaks the upside or it breaks the downside, but it does not do both. So this one broke the downside, right? And then this candle also broke to the downside, right? This candle also broke to the downside. So it doesn't matter what color the candle is, just that it broke down or it broke up. This candle broke to the upside. So those are 2 candles. Then you've got 3 candles, right? A 3 is actually an engulfing candle. The candle previous to it, it broke the top and it broke the bottom. So it completely engulfed the candle before it. That's a 3 candle. So 1, 2s, and 3s. But Thinkorswim doesn't know what a 1, 2, or 3 is, right? And I base my strategy off of inside candles. So I need to go in and create a custom candle. And this is how you do that. If you maximize any chart, you'll have this little button right here that says patterns. So you click on patterns and then select patterns. Okay. Then you actually go to candlesticks. You hit on the candlestick section and you go to create. So then it gives you 1 candle. You hit the plus button and you choose mixed candle. Now you can do anything here. So for example, if you wanted to put 3 down candles and then a hammer candle, you can create all types of things. But I'm just going to create an inside candle so the system knows what it is, right? Now I don't know why this is doing this. You see how it has a number 5 here in the conditions here? So if this was minimized, you need to maximize this. And I actually want just 1. So I just want a total of 1, right? So I want that to say 1. So if you're having any issues, make sure this says 1. Then this second candle, I want to also choose mixed candle, but I also want it to say 1. So I go here and I just click it down to 1. I'm not going to change anything else on there, but I want to make sure these both say 1. Then all you do is hover over this high, the high of the candle. You left click and you drag it to the previous candle, high, right? And you want it to be less than, right? So you actually want this candle's high to be greater than this candle's high. So that's creating an inside candle, right? Then the bottom is the same thing. Grab this, drag it over to here, and you want it to be greater than, which means this low is less than this low. So it gives you a visual too, right? It's showing you that this is an inside candle. This high did not break the previous high. This low did not break the previous low. You have an inside candle. Okay, so now that you've created that, all you have to do is name it. I'm just going to name it ICB, and I'm going to hit save. I'm also going to hit OK, right? Now that doesn't really do anything. It just creates it in the system. So now that it's in the system, we can create a scan based on that though. So I go to scan, and you might have nothing here. You might have your previous scan here, whatever. I make this very simple. You can search for stocks that are only in certain price ranges. So minimum of $10, maximum of whatever. I use options a lot, so I don't care that it might be an expensive stock because the options are going to be a little cheaper. You might be playing commons, so you might want to put a maximum number in there. I'm sure you know how to work that. But now we want to add the inside candle that we just created, right? So we go to add filter. We go to study. Now it always pops this up. And I want to come down here. You do this little drop down right here, right? And then you go to custom. And then this box pops up. And I just delete this. I just start from scratch, right? So one more time in case you missed that. When you go to custom, it pops up a box that already has something in it right here. Okay. And I just like to delete it. And then I just do add condition. So I start new. And then I go again to study. And then you actually search for what you just created, right? What did we call it? We called it ICB. Oops. We're going to search for a study and then ICB. There we go. There's our inside candle. And then you don't need to change anything here. You just say is true within one bar. What this is saying is you're looking for an inside candle is true within the last bar. Okay, so then you hit save. That means the last bar was an inside candle. That's what that's saying. Now, if you're into learning ThinkScript, you can also click on the ThinkScript. And, well, it usually shows you the code. You have to open it up, I guess. So if you want to look at what the code is for ThinkScript, it'll give it to you. You can copy and paste it, edit it, whatever you want. But just keeping it simple here, that is how you create the inside bar to go on your scan. And you'll see now it's there. ICB is true. Okay, and then you have a time frame. So it's saying daily here. I want to look at the weekly. I'm going to go look at inside candles from last week. I play these every Monday. I look for what were the inside candles and I watch for them to break. And this is my main play. Okay, so up here though, I like all optionable. Okay, I like to scan in all optionable. That is under this first category down here in all optionable. Okay, then the list can be a little long sometimes. I don't want 200 choices, so I narrow it down to weeklies. That is under the public and the weeklies. That means weekly options, right? Now I usually do take that off and just scroll through them to see if there's any IPOs or things that I like that I might want to add to my list. But if you get 300 results back, I would recommend narrowing it down to the weeklies because it's just overwhelming. And then I exclude the futures, okay? And then I just run my scan. So this week is a very small list. It's usually much longer than this. But as you can see, there's only 9 inside weeks of all the stocks last week. So then what I do is save this scan, right? So I want to be able to run this every single week. So you go here, you see the little hamburger bar or whatever they call that. You save the scan query, okay? And I've named this ICB week, right? I've already created the scan. So I'm not gonna save it again, but name it whatever you want, okay? And then when you wanna look at the charts, right? You wanna flip through your chart. So I usually go over here to the watch list. Once you've created a scan, you can actually pull up any of those scans on your watch list. So all I do is go to find the one I just created, right? I just saved it as ICB weekly. So I'm gonna go look and I'm gonna find the ICBW. That's what I saved it as, right? Then I'm gonna open that scan up, and as you can see, it does give me different results because I saved this one as not the weekly intersection. So that's why it's giving me more. Because as you can see, I didn't actually save the scan. So let me just show you that. I'm gonna save this save scan as IB, I'm gonna name it delete. So I know to delete this one. I'm renaming it. I'm gonna hit save. Then for some reason it disappears, makes you scan again. But then when you come over here and you look at whatever you just saved, ICB weekly delete, right? Then it's gonna pull up the actual list that you have. So that way, when you go look at your chart, you can just flip through them just quickly, right? And you can see on the weekly chart, this is a weekly chart right here, right? This is an inside bar. Then scroll through them, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. So very simple. That's how you scan, create a actual custom bar pattern, and you can scan for it. And that's how I create my inside bar scans. I will show you how to actually set your weekly watch list up with your ICB plays and have them alert you when they break. So for example, if you were, breaking the top of this bar on Monday or Tuesday, you want to be alerted to that, right? So I can show you how to create a watch list that alerts you and even pings your cell phone. So I'll do a little quick video on that next. Okay, thanks.